So my work computer, please blow up.
Welcome to Something Feral, the podcast where three friends watch, eat, and talk trash. We're your hosts. I'm Kate.
I'm Brianna.
I am migraine blazed today. I'm sucking it up, but I'm spinning already.
You're brave.
No.
Also,
It's so hard.
I just looked at the camera and like did a weird little wave, so that's gonna look odd when I like introduced us. I didn't do that last time. I don't know why I felt compelled.
You're just in the mood to wave. Looking cute, had to wave.
Thank you. I'm slathered in self-tanner.
Yeah, she's making me and Blaze look, well, at least me, look very, very pale.
I've never seen myself yet in this camera, so it's a surprise.
You look very nice. You both look very nice.
Thank you. So we all look nice.
Look
We're
at
all
us.
just-
We
Look at
all
us.
So cute today.
Just
So
a
cute.
bunch of nice girls looking good. I have actually something for the top of the order.
Ooh.
It is something we haven't really talked about. We've like alluded to it a little bit, but I had a listener reached out, and by that I mean my cousin texted me. Not Sookie. We'll call her Lorelai.
Ooh, a new one.
Yeah, a new cousin.
Okay.
But she reached out and she was like, "You guys need to talk about birth order on
What?
the pod." So like the order with which in which we were born.
Oh, we're all firstborns.
Oh, I have a theory about this.
Well, okay, so I was like, really? What makes you say that? She was like, well, you're giving off like very intense older sister energy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she was like, and everybody has like very specific energies, and I'd be curious to know what like the birth order is. And then she mentioned just like in our like significant others, like in our relationships, like the birth order, and if we had like thoughts about it, which like I kind of do. So
That's a great topic.
Yeah, that is
Right?
a good topic.
an interesting one. Thank you, Lorelai.
Yes, thank you. Did she say what our vibes are? Did she thinks?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
She just said that I was giving off intense older sister energy.
I can see that.
am an aggressive only child.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that about me.
You actually like never said it, but everyone did know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's
Everybody-
funny.
Yeah, everybody knows I'm an only child. It's very clear that I'm an only child. And I married a younger brother.
Okay.
Second, yeah, the baby of the family.
Yeah, I guess, so I'm the oldest in my immediate family. I have two older half brothers, but we didn't grow up together. And I have a younger brother. So I don't know. I guess I'm technically the oldest. I don't know.
I would say so because you didn't grow up. Like, they weren't in your household.
No. So I was like the oldest in my house.
Right.
But I would also argue their existence informed your dad's parenting. I'm not an expert, but wouldn't you think like doing it twice would kind of like,
Yeah, he knew what to do.
yeah, knew what to do and just like,
Although I was the first daughter.
that's
He
true.
didn't know what to do with me.
That's true.
Because I'm insane.
And I am also the oldest daughter, one of two girls, oldest girl, me.
I think it's the Virgo too.
Oh,
The intensity.
yeah, I'm sure it does have a certain energy to it. And yeah, Maverick is one of two, but he's younger. He's an older sister.
What about Jeff?
Jeff has an older sister.
That's so interesting. All of our partners have older sisters.
They're all
Oh, that is
Are
interesting.
they all one of two? Or, you know what? Actually, sorry. Maverick also has half siblings who are older.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like tough. Like, am I the oldest? I don't know.
Yeah. So we're all dating the youngest.
Dating.
Oh,
Dating,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
I still date my husband. That's like some influencer content right there. You
God.
should explore that.
I do not date my husband.
No.
That ship has sailed.
That ship is long gone.
You weren't dating him when you were dating him.
Barely, yeah.
Like I feel like you guys had like the cute like dating phase, very short window.
Extremely short.
Yeah.
We didn't date.
You got comfortable and you said, I think we're going to do this.
That's right, yeah. I was actually talking to my therapist about it yesterday. I was like, because I was just saying how I don't really remember the context, but I was like, yeah, we met at like 21. I got engaged at like barely 24, which is nuts.
It's just crazy to think
Lucked
about,
out.
like, what I was doing at 24.
Right. And I
Yeah.
was just like, but to me, that was totally like, oh, yeah, whatever. It's Dale. Like,
Yeah.
it just made sense.
I can't say the same about myself at 24.
Sometimes you just get lucky.
Sometimes
And
you
it
do.
happens.
And sometimes
Didn't
you
happen
don't.
for me.
I don't think a lot of people that get married at 25 have solid marriages.
Not that I've seen.
I mean, I think that there were 4 other people in our lives that got married that same year, and all of them got divorced.
Really?
Yeah, my boss got married within a month of us, and she got divorced about a year and a half later.
Whoa.
We met a couple on our honeymoon while they were also on their honeymoon, and we like went out,
I remember that.
and they got divorced like within a year. And then my cousin also got married about a year before me, also got divorced within the year.
Were they all around the same age as you?
My boss was older.
Yeah.
The honeymooning couple around my age, and then my cousin around my age as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weird.
The brain not developed. I guess that happens.
Wild, yeah. So we were just like, okay, like statistically, like we're looking pretty solid.
Yeah, you are the safe ones
Right,
of that
yeah. Like
sample size.
from a percentage perspective, yeah, we were good.
Okay. What are your guys' thoughts on birth order? I definitely have thoughts.
I mean, we all know my feelings on older brothers and like little sisters.
It ain't right.
It ain't right. There's always something
also
weird about it.
stop.
Not in my case, but when you're too close in age, like, ugh.
I just like hate it.
I mean, why are they all like that?
I feel like it's not always all though.
No, obviously not all.
It has to be said, but like
I feel like it's if there is a sense when their
there's-
siblings too close, it's always older brother, little sister.
that, I feel like that is often the dynamic
Yeah,
of
or
like icky
twins.
sibling. Sure, that's a whole
But
different
twins are a
can of
whole other
worms.
topic.
But-
yeah, I don't feel like any like older sister, younger brother relationship is creepy. Like I've never seen it. It's
No.
always been the opposite because I just think like you just grow up thinking your brother's stupid. You know,
Like
so you're
older
not, like,
sisters
obsessed.
never like their little brothers.
No, like
no.
I don't feel that way. And I mean, I love my brother, but like not like that.
Yeah, no.
Like, it ain't right. I keep saying that, but it ain't right.
No, one of the menaces, I won't say whose and I won't say anything more, but one of them was very guilty of this, obviously, to the point where I said something I reaffirmed it when his sister brought it up.
Yeah.
And she was like, people say it looks like we're like about to make out, like in some of our pictures, haha. And I was like, well, it's because it does, and like it's gross.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh. I was like, oh god, this is like too much for me.
That was a rough one.
It ain't right.
It ain't. It is
So
really
yucky.
gross. Let's steering back from that.
Get me out of here.
Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts?
I mean, I think birth order, to me, I give it just as much cadence as I would like star signs. I think in a lot of ways, right? Like, I think there's obviously exceptions to the rule, and I think there's always going to be people that don't fall into that traditional category, but I think that there is a lot to be said. Like, there's a reason, like, the middle child is a trope.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't ignore that type of thing, and I do think that, like, a family dynamic, I think in a lot of ways it always sets, like, a baseline, and you can vary from that, but there is a baseline that comes, I think, with a family dynamic, which is, to me, also includes birth order, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, we're the first, so like I'm the first to do everything. So I think, at least in my family, I have a shit ton of cousins, and like it just seems like the oldest ones have more anxiety. They, have harder times with things, and like
their parents are harder on them.
they're harder on
Oh,
them.
yeah.
They just come out of it like a little just more anxious because I mean we're essentially kind of the guinea pigs. you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, they've
So-
never been parents before. Like,
exactly. And so you just kind of are going through all the firsts, and then you figure it out with the younger ones. So they have a generally less strict upbringing. They have less stress because like the parents are less stressed, especially even in pregnancy. Like it goes into the pregnancy if the mom is stressed because it's her first time. And like, so I think it correlates. But in my experience, there is a reason for all of the tropes.
Yeah,
because
right.
like it's true.
I largely agree. I do think that like there was like all that internet discourse about like oldest daughters for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And like a lot of that really like didn't hit for me because like I had good parents. Like
What was it again? In case
just
for anyone
the
who doesn't know.
parentifying of firstborn daughters and like how, and especially like larger families,
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I can see that.
how
yeah.
much like a firstborn daughter becomes like a second mom to the family.
That makes sense. I took care of my brother, but I was never like forced. Like we were just like hung out. You know what I mean? Like I
Right,
wasn't like
yeah.
his mom.
Right, you weren't. It wasn't like you have to babysit him.
Yeah.
and you can't go out. It was just like, all right, like make sure each other doesn't
Like,
like do
doesn't
anything
die.
crazy. Yeah,
Keep each other alive. I'm like, okay.
yeah. Like my parents never really did any of the like parentification stuff, but I think that was because I was like too much of a handful. Like they were like, we
You were
can't
too busy slamming doors.
slamming doors,
Rolling
yeah.
eyes.
rolling eyes, slamming doors. Like I did not make their first go of parenting easy either. But like I maintain that I was largely right.
This is your first time on Earth too.
Yeah,
That's right.
Like I thought I should be in charge of my own destiny, and that was where a lot of our disagreements came about.
I'm just like thinking back. I think I've dated a lot of like only children
Oh.
or the youngest.
Sorry,
We're fun to date.
no,
Not
what
the
are,
ones on. Mm-mm.
aren't we supposed to call them solo children now?
No. What do you mean?
I read somewhere that like only child like it's kind of like your easy baby thing. You know, you're not supposed to say a good baby.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
because it's like, oh, well, like only implies that there's like this absence of like a sibling, and like
Oh
kids
my
just like
God.
deserve siblings,
Okay.
like need siblings. And I was like, all right, this feels like
As an
patriarchal bullshit.
Only child.
A solo child.
And the mama of a solo child. That's what we're calling it.
So silly.
It's so silly. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That is so silly. Like, I mean, people ask me like, oh, when are you having another one? I'm like, I'm not. Like, my husband got his,
Snip
right?
snap.
Snip snap. But like, we decided that what was best for us was having one child. And
There's no absence.
there's no absence.
Excess of them.
No.
He'll be okay.
Do
Right.
you know how many dogs you have? That you have enough. to
That's
deal
true.
with.
I have enough in my life. And like, I didn't want more children.
Fair.
Dale was lucky to get one out of me. as
That's
we know.
true. And also, like, again, I mean, there's like community, there's friends, there's public schools. Like, thank God.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
I
like,
turned out totally normal.
You turned out very normal given how
My
you
circumstances.
otherwise
I was gonna say
turned
way
out.
more normal than you should have. For
Yeah.
sure.
Again,
Yeah.
thank God for public school. Imagine if you were like homeschooled, which like whatever, people can do what they want. But like imagine if you were homeschooled, how
And like you just knew your parents
how unique you would be.
in the museum,
Special.
home of animals.
A museum
Special,
full of
special
squirrels.
I would have been a special, special girl.
A really special
Really
girl.
special girl.
Oh gosh.
On that note,
Very funny. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. I
Yeah,
think
it is.
birth order is fascinating. And like one thing that's really interesting is that Dr. Panda, she's really close with her best friends from like preschool. They are all still super close. And they are all the younger sibling of two girls. Like Dr. Panda's my little sister. Like they all have one older
Why
sister.
did that take me so long to like think about? I'm like,
I could have probably like said it more succinctly, but
well, I mean, again, we're all only or oldest, really.
no, but because she's youngest too.
Well, I know, but from a household perspective, like we didn't
She's
grow
like
up
your brothers
knowing.
don't count.
No, I just mean like we didn't
They don't
grow up
exist.
hanging out. Your brothers like weren't in your house when we were
Yeah.
growing up, or like when we came over, your brothers weren't like part of that dynamic.
no, and like my mom was like the first time mom,
Right.
So like, in some ways yes, some ways no. But they were like 10 years older than me, so.
Just an interesting thing to think about.
It is, yeah.
On that note, are we gonna talk about your butthole?
Hell of a segue. I am going to share my feral behavior today as of request.
I don't know if I requested it. I just said we haven't talked about it in a while.
And then I'm going to follow up that with some health information.
Oh,
Okay.
About
wow,
myself.
A PSA.
Yeah, PSA.
Oh, I thought you meant health information, like get your
Get rectal
colorectal
exams.
screenings. Yeah.
Well, you should get, like,
True.
here's the thing. Go to the doctor. If you're not going to the doctor, go to the doctor. Just fucking do it. Like, especially if you're,
a good
for our
idea.
straight male listeners, you guys are like statistically the worst about not going to the doctor. Go to the doctor. So this was, again, when I was around 19, 20. So a lot of my feralness was in that time of my life. And I have had chronic GI issues my entire life. Like since I was a baby, it's always been an issue for me, something that I've dealt with. I've seen gastroenterologists basically my whole life. And so, which
I'm
is
sorry.
this
I don't
is
mean
important.
to be smirking. I'm sorry.
You just know what's coming.
Oh, I forget this story, but I
Okay.
also have thoughts, but we'll take it offline.
Sure, we shouldn't be doing colonics ever unless you need it.
I never did colonics.
Yes, you did. You told us you did those all the time.
You said you
No, I had
enemas all the time.
Enemies, but that's not a colonic.
Enemies. I had enemies.
Enemas. A colonic is like they put like a tube up your asshole and like flush your colon out.
Okay.
An enema is just like basically a
You're just flushing the butthole?
an enema is just like you put liquid in your butt to like make you shit. A colonic's like a whole different thing.
So the tube goes higher. with
No,
the colonic.
like an enema's like this, okay? Like it's like a little bottle you buy it at the drugstore. A colonic you have to like go to a medical facility to get done.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like a lot
but-
more intense.
Yeah, because you can't like the colonic is like a huge tube. You can't like be awake for that.
No, and there's like
Oh.
Yeah.
there's like well, that's a colonoscopy. Like they actually
Oh.
sedate you for colonoscopy. So there's
Yes.
colonoscopy,
So much
which is like
butthole stuff.
that's a review of your gastrointestinal system, and then a colonic is like it's almost like it's similar to. I don't know how to explain this, but like basically they shove like a big tube up your ass and they like flush it and then pull everything out of your colon to like cleanse your colon. Colonics, I think, are primarily to me they like fall in the category of
Woo woo.
they fall in the category of like a coffee enema.
Oh,
Like there's no like real like at least not that I'm aware of. So correct me if I'm wrong, listeners, but I don't think that there's any like scientifically proven health benefits.
Launching coffee into your asshole. I
No,
don't
from a
think so.
colonic, I mean.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
aren't you
I think it's very holistic and like very much not necessarily like modern medicine.
Yeah, like, and also, I mean, I just feel like, are you really supposed to like
No.
totally empty out your like? I feel like that's
No.
probably ill advised.
And an enema is essentially it's like a laxative. Yeah.
Okay, got it. It's just like a hose. Like if you stuck a hose up there, that's like an enema. Like if
No,
you,
it's
not
not even-
not all the way up, but just like if you just put the base of the hose at your
Oh, girl, it's
beehole.
like the size of your pinky finger.
right, but you're like shooting water up there, aren't you?
it's a solution in order to engage the colon into emptying.
Right, it's like saline, isn't it?
No, it's like a solution that like is meant to like make you poop.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho, so essentially, I grew up with a lot of gastrointestinal problems. I've seen gastro doctors my whole life. It's something that I've just always had and always had issues with. So around when I was 19 or 20, I noticed I had some bleeding and some discomfort in my rectal area,
Butthole.
my butthole. And because I had experience with gastro issues, I knew that I needed to go see a doctor about it. But because I was 19, just like before, I went to like a urgent care clinic.
I thought you were gonna say pediatrician.
No, that would have been worse.
My butthole's bloody. Let me in.
Yeah. But as a mature 19-year-old, I decided to go to the doctor and get it checked out. So I went in and I'm waiting in the room and the nurse comes in, does the triage, whatever. And you know how like you go to the hospital or like you're walking around, you're like, wow, a hot doctor. Like, ooh, yeah, I hope I see a hot doctor. And the doctor's never good looking, right? Like it's always like some old person or like an uggo.
I'm always like hoping I'll see a hot doctor from afar. Like I don't want them asking me questions. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, you don't. And in walks the most beautiful man who was like also just like you could tell very young, like either just like in residency. Like I was like, oh, hello, doctor, blah, blah, blah. I don't even remember what his name was. And I was like, this is great. Because here I am with rectal bleeding. And I'm like, okay. So I'm telling him I had other symptoms and I'm talking to him about it. And he's like, okay, well, we're going to need to do a rectal exam. Which, of course, is like the worst outcome. Now,
You're like, it's really not even that bad. You're like, no, like I changed my mind.
yeah, right. I'm like,
my only symptom is I'm so horny all the time.
yeah.
Nothing to do with my butt.
Right. So the rule typically is like if it's a male doctor, they have the nurse come in. So there was a witness to this, which makes it so much worse.
Wait, was the nurse a woman?
Yeah, it's always like typically
They
like
bring in-
like your gender, right? So that like you feel more comfortable essentially. So I'm laying down, ass up, and the doctor starts putting on the gloves and lubing up his finger, and he starts walking me through like what's he's like, this could be uncomfortable, blah blah blah.
And like, I can take it.
Oh no, wait. I said something worse.
No.
I said, and it just slipped out of me, and I go, it's okay, I'm used to it. Now, what I meant was I have seen gastrointestinal doctors. Like, it's something that I've, again, dealt with my whole life. I'm not ashamed of it. But this man did not know that necessarily. So here I am, like, telling him, like, oh, yeah, go
You're
for
like,
it.
no, I like it. I just did it.
Happened before.
Open
Gonna
for
happen
business,
again.
baby.
Which is like, if that's what you're into, like, that's cool. That's fine. Like,
Yeah, but yeah. So I had the exam. I'm not going to get into the medical details of it, blah, blah, blah.
Can you give us a gesture?
Yeah, what was wrong with your butthole?
I actually don't remember, to be perfectly honest. But the next day, this is where it gets...
Nothing?
Nothing again.
Huh, nothing was wrong. That's interesting.
Anywho, the next day, the doctor calls me.
You're like, I was expecting this.
Yeah, I was.
I
was
knew
not.
you'd call.
It was. I mean, it's not like my primary care physician. It's like just a clinic doctor.
You're like, what's that, doctor? You remember me?
Well, he called me and he's like, "So yeah, we got your blood work back. Like everything looks normal. It was just like really nice meeting you yesterday."
Oh, I bet it
How
was.
do you say it? How do you say it was really nice meeting you yesterday?
Yeah.
I will tell you the whole call.
Tone of voice matters.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like sultry sexy, like, oh, I gave you a rectal exam, like, hey baby. It was more like, yeah, it was just like sort of awkward like pauses, because like clearly like it wasn't like a, hey, we're calling you with your results, have a great day, bye.
You think he was flirting with you?
I think that he was like, this girl might be just easy enough.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you told him that you liked what he was doing. So.
Essentially, yeah.
He probably doesn't get that a lot.
I would doubt it.
It probably rattled him.
I mean, it rattled me, I can tell you
I'm
that.
rattled. I'm rattled by all of it.
Yeah. So it's not a long story, but it's a mortifying one. And yeah, so I once told a doctor when he was giving me a rectal exam that I was used to it.
Have you seen the John Mulaney stand-up? Not his most recent one, but the one
yeah.
where he has to get a rectal exam because I think he was trying to get some drugs. Like, now we know he was clearly like going through addiction, but
And he said that he had like,
he was like, I wanted to have like some symptom,
right.
so they didn't think I was totally like making stuff up. And he said something about like the bathroom, and they're like, oh, we gotta check that out.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting a rectal exam, but I think he said like, I'm sorry. He said like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's a really good piece.
I'm not doing it. Like, relaying stand-up is like the worst thing you can do, but it was very funny.
Essentially, me and John Mulaney had the same experience, except I was hitting on my doctor inadvertently.
You weren't trying to get drugs. You were just trying to get
I was just,
something else.
I mean, you know what? Again, you
no
know,
kink shaming here. You like what you like.
You never get the hot doctor when you have like the sniffles,
Like a cold.
right? Yeah. No, you only get the hot doctor when it's butt stuff.
Ain't that the truth?
So on that note, I do have some personal health news to share.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been going through migraines for a long time. I've had headaches for the last 6 years. And most recently, I had a really severe headache where I was unfortunately hospitalized. I was losing feeling in my hands and feet. My vision was blurry. I lost like peripheral vision. It was just really bad overall. And I have also been dealing, like I said, with some gastrointestinal I don't know why I can't say that fucking word. Gastrointestinal problems my entire life, and some other things that have just always kind of bothered me, but I've never really like found a cause, right? Like I've seen all those doctors and they're like, well, you're just like, nothing's wrong with you. It's just whatever. Like, this is just how your body is.
You're just a woman.
Right, exactly.
Stop
which
being
we
hysterical.
all know. And so I was lucky enough to go to Cleveland Clinic and see a neurologist there. And this particular neurologist is a specialist in pain management for the headaches. And he was absolutely incredible. I've never met a doctor that I felt like actually like listened to me and didn't just like take blood work and do like a standard exam. It was like, okay, yeah, nothing's wrong with you. And so, long story short, I have 2 things going on. One of them is a long-term diagnosis. I've been officially diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
What is that?
It is a lack of like collagen in your connective tissue. So
Yeah,
like that's why my elbows go out. It's also like why I've had knee pain my whole life. It's actually probably why my hip is so bad.
Everything just shifts out of place.
Everything shifts out of place. It also causes the type of gastro issues I've been having.
Interesting.
And it can affect you like different parts of your body
Yeah,
too. So you can only get it in like your elbows.
Right. And it's also, so remember how I had to wear those dumb glasses as a kid? And like I had to have that super large orchestra music? Oh,
I didn't know you as a kid.
No, this was like in middle school. And like,
Oh.
yeah. So
I don't remember that.
my
the
eye,
glasses.
essentially I couldn't read as a kid. And they thought I was just like a little slow. But it turns out it was because my eyes, I had something called convergence disorder. And it's something you always have, but basically your eyes drift out, like the muscles are weak. So like your eyes drift out.
You're like
Ooh.
cross-eyed about the opposite.
Reverse.
Yeah, so the way to fix that is they actually give you like prisms. So like what happens
sure.
is your eyes drift out and it gets blurry, so they they go back in place.
It's like a muscle.
It's a muscle
exercise,
and it's
Yeah.
exactly the same thing. It's like really well known. It's also 50% of people that have Ehlers-Danlos have ADHD.
Oh, I thought it was like 100 because
It's really really common.
yeah, I've been trying to find a doctor. You have to send him to me.
Yeah,
Because they don't have any doctors in Michigan.
Now, the other one so the secondary condition is what's been causing me my headaches and my pain, and it's super common with people with Ehlers-Danlos, is thoracic outlet syndrome. So essentially my whole, like all my nervous system is basically shot because I've basically fucked up and have overextended my muscles and like everything's in spasm. It was really interesting because he was like, oh, do your legs hurt? And I was like, no. And he's like, he touched my leg and he's like, does that hurt? I was like, no. And he poked the muscle and he's like, does that hurt? I was like, yeah. He's like, that's pain, you idiot.
Oh, sure.
Like,
yeah.
They're not supposed to hurt when you poke them like that?
No, they're not. Yeah, like, and that's like how my shoulders are. Like, they're just always like rock hard.
Oh.
And so that's like essentially there's a nerve that goes here and it goes up to your, like, that's why I've always had this headache in that one spot.
That's what I just had to take my Nurtec for today. This fucking like eyeball.
Girl,
one,
you
right?
got to come see the doctor. He was incredible.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I thought was super interesting is he did a couple like exams on me. Maybe we can do this to you, Blaze, and see if
Exams in quotes.
no, because it wasn't like
I
a
was,
typical.
like, scared. Oh no. Oh no.
So, for example, he was like, "Okay, take your big toe, and I'm gonna push. Like, pretend like this is my big toe. He's gonna push. Just don't let me push against it, right?
Oh, I've had doctors do that before. Yeah.
Right. So then he's like, "Okay, see how you can stop me from pushing your toe?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Put your arms over your head, like straight up." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Now don't let me push your toe." I couldn't do it.
Oh, wild.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so wild.
What?
And there were like other little things like that he did where he was like, "Okay, lift your arm this way and do this."
That's for the Ehlers-Danlos or the other one?
The Ehlers-Danlos.
Because that I know there's like a criteria online, and I passed with flying colors.
Yeah. And so the other one was he was like, "Okay, I want you to hold your arms like this." And he had me hold them for like 2 to 3 minutes. My eye starts to droop.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was really,
that's
really
so
interesting. That's from the other condition.
Is there a cure, like
So
treatment?
Ehlers-Danlos, I have a very mild case, luckily. So like, and I don't have the type that affects your. There's a couple different types. There's up
like
to
a bunch of types.
20 types.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the type I have is just like it's only affecting certain areas. It also sometimes it can affect your ventricular system, so like it can cause a lot of heart issues. I don't have anything like that.
Oh, good.
So it's not
like,
gonna.
I was I'm thinking of the hypermobile one where like everything shifts out of place.
Yeah,
elbows,
exactly.
knees, ribs.
Yeah.
I sleep. They go across each other. I'm like, oh, that's not supposed to happen.
Right, yeah. So there's different types. Mine is it's not degenerative.
good.
But he said to recover from like the state that I'm in now, in 6 months I'll be at 50%.
Whoa.
In a year I'll be at 80%, and in about 2 to 3 years I'll be at 100%. And
So what do you have to do?
Do you have to work out?
No, well, I have to do exercises, but they're not
Yeah.
like they're more physical therapy than they are like exercise.
Yeah, you just need to move.
Well, yeah. There's like
Strengthen your
certain
muscles,
There's
yeah.
it's not strength building at all.
Oh, really?
It's actually more so like you need to be more in touch with how the things you're doing. He's like you're
Probably mobility movements.
yeah, mobility movements and like just like paying attention to like how I'm using my body and like how that hypermobility leads me to be in pain.
Yeah, by like sitting like this.
Right. Or when I sleep like this.
Oh my god, me too. I had to start wearing wrist guards because I would like
Yeah,
curl
exactly.
these to the high heavens. I'm like,
Yeah. Girl, you got to come see this doctor. I'm telling you. He was very funny, very well informed, but also like he was very focused on the overall picture, which I really appreciated, which I don't think you get a lot as a woman, especially.
No, because there's so many specialists too that like I only do like nose stuff, and it's like, well, okay, but if I fuck up something in my back, it could fuck up everything in my body.
Exactly. And that's what
Yeah.
he was like, this is this, is this, is this. And he was like talking about like, also, I've never been a good sleeper. I have vivid dreams, and I've had vivid dreams my whole life.
Ain't that the truth?
And that's part of this. And
Really?
I'm not resting well, which means my body isn't getting the right recovery.
Because of the dreams?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fucked.
The recovery is also because like I'm not getting enough recovery, so then I'm in this cycle, and then I don't get enough sleep. So like, and then I don't sleep well because I did, you know what I mean?
We're on
Like
a
it's
goddamn
just,
journey in our sleep.
exactly. It's just this whole recovery system. So I'm gonna have to make like lifestyle changes and really like focus. I mean, and the exercises he gave me are very low key and like very minimal, but they hurt like a motherfucker. And I would have never. I was like, I'm
Because you have
34.
no strength.
I should not. This should not hurt.
Yeah.
And it does. And a lot of it is, again, just like acknowledging, like sitting and like, he's like, I want you to sit on a recumbent bike. He's like, nope, no resistance, no speed, 3 minutes, no music, no TV, no books, feel your legs. So stuff like that, which is really interesting. So I'll keep you guys updated on how it's going. But
That's
yeah,
cool. They get some answers too.
Yeah,
Some clarity.
seriously.
I just cannot wait to get rid of this headache.
I was told it was a migraine.
See, yeah, he was like, that's not a migraine. You don't have a migraine.
Okay, why? Why do doctors say different things? I don't
Yeah.
like. What is it? Is it a headache or a migraine?
Yeah.
I always thought it was a headache because I don't get like the nausea and all that other
Or the
horrible
auras.
stuff.
Yeah.
No, but I get it is so bad and nothing fixes it. Like
Yeah.
not Advil, nothing.
No,
I had to
nothing.
get Nurtec for it.
Yeah.
and it goes away. But then there's like other medicines that didn't work.
Yeah,
other
no, I've-
strains of migraine medicine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only the Nurtec that works. I don't know.
So yeah, it explains some lifelong things that I've been dealing with, which is really refreshing, and also is, again, it was just really nice to
Be heard.
be
Be
heard,
believed, yeah.
be believed, and like been given very, like, he was like, don't let anybody give you any pain shots. He's like, this is you like restructuring how you use your body. And I really valued that as like a traditional doctor, right?
Yeah.
And it was really nice.
So you're basically just out of alignment. And
Yeah.
you need to fix it. Your eyeballs, your arms,
Wow.
Everything. Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's my butthole story, as well as my health journey update.
My
Wow.
butthole and brains.
My butthole and
Fixing them
brain.
both.
Yep.
Important. Yeah.
Important.
Happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's huge.
I did not get a rectal exam this time around, so I would say it was
Also
a positive
huge.
experience.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank
Happy
you.
for you.
Yeah, I'm really, you know what? It's a new day.
Yeah,
New
indeed.
day for the butts.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, overall, I just have to tell you guys, go to the doctor. If you're not being heard, continue to try. There is somebody out there. Like, I've been seeing doctors my entire life,
Gotta go to Cleveland, I
and I've
guess.
always been given just a prescription for whatever, and you know, here, take this, you'll be fine.
Or they can't help you. Like, I'm
Or
a
they can't help
scoliosis
you.
girly. I'll be out of alignment my whole life.
Right?
But they're
Yeah.
like,
Just keep
just
at it.
Keep at it.
Keep at it. I'm like,
Keep at it.
Here's some Advil. I'm like, thanks.
And you know what? Do your research. You know,
And not like internet essential oil research.
No, I'm talking
like
research.
doctor research.
yeah, like do your research and find a doctor that like.
Real doctor.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Again,
RSN, BSN, PhD.
right.
All the things.
MD.
What else? Yes,
Yeah.
MD.
Yeah, so it was just really nice, and like I have a great primary care, but you know, having a specialist be able to do that was really good. So that was also kind of a little bit of my treasure, because I'm just feeling hopeful for the first time in a long time, especially with these migraines.
That's so awesome.
Headaches, they're not migraines.
Whatever the fuck they are, they suck.
They are the worst. All right, moving on to trash and
Falling
treasure.
Yeah, what do we have? I don't have shit.
I have a quick one. It's not really about entertainment so much.
That's okay.
I just want to give a shout out to Treasure, my favorite pizza place in Michigan and Trumbull. I used to live like right across the street
The
from them.
best fucking ranch.
Best
They're so
ranch, cilantro, and just like the pizza's incredible. Like true Detroit style pizza, just like incredible. The owners are the nicest people you'll ever meet. The staff is great. They do a pizza every month and like donate part of the proceeds, like a new pizza. Like they try like a new flavor and then like donate the proceeds to a local charity. Like they are just so great, so delicious, and yeah, the best ranch.
Oh, that ranch
Best
is so
ranch.
It like I mean I hate to say this.
Do you?
Say it.
I think it's better than the Jets ranch.
Yeah, I agree. The fresh cilantro in there? Are
Yeah,
you kidding
it's
me?
just like-
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if and again, like
and Jets is great. Like this is no
no,
slight-
but Jets is just like if I had to pick like a traditional ranch, Jets would be the best traditional ranch.
yeah,
I would
agree.
say if I had to pick like a fancy ranch,
Artisanal ranch.
Yeah,
yeah, it would be Michigan and Trumbull.
the most Midwest thing that's ever been said is artisanal ranch.
Artisanal ranch.
There's like those seltzers that are called ranch water, and like literally when I first heard the term ranch water, I was like,
You thought it was like
"Ugh."
ranch.
I did too. I'm like,
No,
huh?
I
My
knew-
literal brain.
Yeah, like I knew that wasn't what it
So
was because like
Midwest.
nobody, like how disgusting, who would ever
I was
drink that?
hoping it was, and
Oh.
I was very disappointed.
Okay, I stand. I was like, who would ever want such a thing? And she was like, I hated that it was a seltzer. I thought I
It
was,
was
getting
plain.
Runny Ranch in a can.
That's right.
Runny Ranch is the best kind.
Oh, that sounds awful.
When it's like a little warm, like from touching the pizza, and it's just
Yeah, it's funny. Like that's actually the only time I really consume ranch is with pizza.
Yeah, same. I mean, well, no, that's not true. Once in a while, I'll get it with a salad.
Oh, well, I don't eat the
I was just gonna
salads.
say, Brianna doesn't eat the salad.
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
The only vessel is pizza.
Yeah, the only vessel I'll approve of is pizza.
Yeah, I don't really eat pizza that much. It makes me feel like dog shite, but that pizza is good. If I'm gonna
Yeah.
have pizza, it's either Jets or that place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just so good. Like it's fresh. Everything is. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, that was when you were living downtown. Whenever we did a feral trash night at your place, we always had Michigan and Trumbull. Yeah, and it was
Oh.
always good. They have a fungi
Yes,
pizza.
Don't love the
Farnsworth
name.
Fungi. Yep, it's so good.
So good.
They opened like I feel like right before the pandemic hit, and I was living like right there, and I was like, I am going to do my part supporting the local
That's right.
economy, and I ate so much of their pizza, and I regret nothing. Every last bite to die for. So I just wanted to give a shout out because they're the fucking best.
Yeah, they really
And
are.
I'll die on this hill. Like I will argue with anyone. Best pizza in Michigan.
No one's arguing with me.
I said what I said.
yeah, I don't think that off the top of my head, I could not argue with that.
Anyway, shout out the best.
So Blaze
Dumpster
yeah,
dive.
dumpster dive time. Blaze is gonna read a dream.
I am gonna read a dream. So I had a new dream recently.
A new dream recently.
Well, yeah. It's not super funny. It's just kind of weird.
Will be the judge of that.
Okay. So I had a dream that I met this girl while out and about one day that does Oh, at-home jail appointments? She does at-home nail appointments. That was incorrect.
I was like, what is an at-home jail appointment? Is that like when rich people like don't actually go to jail?
Like it's just a
You have to serve your time today.
bracelet.
9 to 5.
Yeah, and then we'll take it off.
Right.
At-home jail.
Oh, let me start that over. Okay. So I had a dream that I met this girl while out and about one day that does at-home nail appointments. Now, I've never really enjoyed getting my nails done, but she seemed super nice and we had mutual friends. So I asked if she could come by and do my nails for an event I had coming up.
Oh.
The weird thing is, when the nail lady arrived, I was in my childhood home. We sat down near the TV and the carpeted floor, and I put her favorite TV show on. I didn't write this down, but I'm pretty sure it was a cooking show.
I was gonna ask.
Oh,
and
no.
I was upset. Yeah.
So you're being tortured in this dream.
Yeah.
Nails
Getting my
and
nails
Getting your
done.
nails done while a cooking show is on?
What the hell kind of dream is this?
The
I'm
worst.
so sorry.
So we were talking, having a blast, and then I noticed that she was painting my nails a ridiculous shade of purple, then never asked me what color I wanted. The dress I was wearing to the event was navy blue, so it just didn't make sense. But I'm a fool who never gets my nails done. I mistakenly put my hand on the carpeted floor, and we had a cat and a dog at the time. So I got cat hair all in my nails, and we had to start over. She laughed and took off the paint to start over, and then all of a sudden she got super weird out of nowhere. She didn't say anything and just left, which I assumed to go to the car or something to get supplies. Then like 2 minutes later, her boss came in, who I think was Corinne from The Bachelor for some reason.
Oh my gosh.
Question mark?
Wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah, I forgot about that girl.
Me too.
Hope she's doing
No, you
well.
didn't.
Yeah, clearly not.
Yeah, well, I'll get there. And started painting my nails. So I go, what happened to the other woman? And she said, oh, she's having a religious moment and had to leave. I'm like, huh? This made no sense at all. And then she started painting my nails a fire red color without asking me.
Oh.
And then I woke up. Like,
You must have been stressed out about something when you went to bed.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, so
but like, what?
first thing I want to know, what was the ridiculous shade of purple? Do you remember?
Yeah, what kind of purple was it?
Like, was it a light
Like a
purple,
dark
bright?
Barney.
Barney purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a very 80s purple.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. All right. Yeah, I can picture that.
Magenta.
Something. But this is how I know I'm clairvoyant, okay? Is because I dreamt about that Corinne girl who I've not seen in anything for years. And I'm like, that was weird. Then Jeff and I are watching Below Deck the next day. Who is a guest on the season that we're watching? Corinne. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know what kind of power this is, but if I can harness it, I don't,
It's
what
weird.
is that?
It's weird that our brains do things like that because, like, that's happened to me before too, and like very random, like not like important instances either.
Well, yeah, like seeing Corinne on
Yeah,
Below
it's like
Deck
that
is
type of
not
thing.
like.
Yeah, but I dreamt seeing her before I watched it. So,
Right.
like, what is my brain doing? How did it know?
I've had that happen before too, but again, same type of thing. It would be like a Corinne on the boat on
Just
a TV show.
such
And it's like
a
why did
random person.
Yeah, and like why would I don't know. That's interesting. And what was the religious experience? Did we get any more insight into that?
No, she just said she's having a religious experience. She got super weird and like started saying weird things. I don't remember what they were. And then she left.
You clearly had to have been stressed when you went to bed.
I mean, I'm stressed every day of my life, but like,
No, same, but like
Yeah.
extra because you were doing like all of your least favorite things in there.
Yeah. Do you have an event coming up?
I don't.
Getting your nails done, cooking show, someone having some religious freak out, like
All the
it's like your
worst
nightmares.
things
Yeah,
ever?
Getting dog hair on your nails. Well, I mean, that's just my nightmare.
It's a
but-
sensory nightmare. I mean, I was in my childhood home. That was kind of fun. But like, why?
The house like that we knew you in, or the house before that?
Not the one on the lake.
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
before that. Yeah. Anyway, not a very funny one or anything, but it's definitely weird. And I might be clairvoyant.
Yeah, that's really uncomfy.
But I need to like harness the power because like what am I like else am I dreaming of that like I can predict?
Yeah,
know?
you really we need to like professionally get you reviewed.
I need a dream analysis like stat licensed. I don't
Licensed.
know, coach. do they exist? Do they have licenses for dream analysis?
I'm sure that they have coaches.
Oh, there are coaches. There's a coach for everything.
There's a coach for everything. That's right.
I just need like a hardcore astrology dream girly, and I know she exists. Please
know.
find me. I
Me
need
too.
you.
I want to talk to an astrologist. Come find us.
I don't know like what SEO word I need to put in our description to the why can't I say it?
Dream
Dream
analyst.
analyst.
Coach.
It's like me with
Analyzers?
gastrointestinal.
I can't say it. Analysis.
Rear
Analyst.
wheel.
Rural
There it
juror.
is.
Yeah.
analysts, please find me. I need you. Why did I predict her? And like, what kind of shit power is that? Like, I need to harness something.
Yeah.
Like, my brain knew I was gonna watch her on TV. Like, what kind of fucking dumb power is that?
Boo.
Ooh, I need better.
Yeah, I would like to see an astrologist.
I am thinking about going to
Sounds
a
fun.
hypnotist.
Really?
Yeah.
What for?
Ooh.
I don't know, just for fucking fun.
Don't you have to go with like an idea?
No, I mean,
Or you can just go and just get
you can just go.
hypnotized?
Like, I'm in enough therapy. I can probably qualify.
I just have too weird of dreams. Like, I don't know what would come out of me.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah, I have weird dreams. I dreamt I was in like real life Sudoku last night.
Why don't you write them down?
I should. I know I
You
should.
guys both should.
Yeah.
You say you have all these dreams. Where is the
You know,
written
I'll
word?
do voice memos because I can't type. If I try to type it, I'll lose it.
Yeah, you have to do it right
There
when you
is
wake up.
nothing I hate more than writing. I just like don't like to like communicate via like written word.
Can't relate.
Yeah, I know, but it's just not like I never journaled.
I mean, I firmly believe it's good for you.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's for us. This
But
is
I
for
will
us.
write my dreams because
Yeah.
Talking incessantly about nothing and about my butthole for the second
what I
time.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just, I find it very cathartic, but also like if you're in like the worst mood and just like full of rage and you like write it all down, you really do feel better when you like stand up and walk away from your like writing device.
Yeah, I like to talk about it.
No, that helps too. I'm not like discrediting that, but I will say it is like a very, yeah, it's just very, very freeing.
Speaking of freeing, let's talk about Feral Trash Night recap.
Yeah.
So last week I was again left without food, which is fine.
I forgot my salad this week, so
Blaze and I did go to McDonald's.
It was good.
It hit the spot for sure.
yeah, I like when you guys go to McDonald's and I can pick at your fries.
We should really just start ordering you
But
fries.
I can't eat like a whole thing of fries by
you
myself.
can, you just don't.
Yeah, if it was there, maybe you could.
But it's too much. Like when I get a couple bites of like your fries,
Just
it's
like
like,
a little forager.
yeah, like I don't need a whole box. It would hurt my tummy. But like a couple of yours, just
Oh my
like,
god, can you imagine if that hurts your tummy? God.
I can't imagine. We lived together. She
Yeah,
would have.
that's right.
I remember, like, it was so crazy. I went to Arby's or something. And
Yeah,
you had
it was Arby's. I'll
one
never forget.
cheese stick, and I'm like, you were immediately like just sick, and I'm like,
I was like,
how?
my body's having a reaction to this.
I rejected it within like 20 minutes. I'm like, wow.
It was swift.
Worth it.
Ooh, now I want Arby's.
Dude, the Arby's like we used to go to in high school is closed. It's gone.
Yuck. Good. Although,
Yeah, good. Rude.
okay,
Hater.
gross, but also like cheese sticks are. It's tough because like they are worth it. You know
Yeah,
what I
they
mean?
really
It's
are,
like,
yeah.
oh, I hate myself, but like not enough to not do it again.
They taste like chemicals too, but it's just still
Good
good.
chemicals like Bosco sticks.
Yeah, like you know it ain't right, but you gotta have it.
Have you guys seen those Chili's mozzarella sticks?
No.
No.
I can't believe you guys haven't seen this. It's like very online.
Tell me
Did
more.
you just call us chronically online?
I know, yeah.
No. I just mean like it's everywhere.
And
It
out
was
of the loop at the same time.
like I knew people going to try this thing because they saw it online.
well, tell us
Like,
what it is.
It is they're cheese sticks, but they're giant. They're like blocks. like they're huge.
Okay, I know what we're filming for content then.
Yeah, we have to.
We're gonna go to Chili's and order these mozzarella sticks.
I
and
could
see
do
who
it.
shits first.
Okay, well that's first of all,
First
we
of all,
all
we know who will. Second
Right,
of all,
yeah.
although
Well, first of all, I've never done such a thing. I never have shit before. I'm a lady.
Yeah.
First
Just
of all.
me.
But if someone were to have that happen, it would probably be me. But yeah, I'm down. Like, where even is a Chili's?
I don't know that I've ever been to Chili's.
I don't think I have either. We're going to Chili's, ladies.
Are we?
We're going to Chili's.
Do we have to?
Yes. If there's giant mozzarella sticks,
Okay, let's do it.
this is how we go viral.
At Chili's.
At Chili's.
Whatever it takes.
Well, now we know what we're doing for our Feral Trash Night this week. And then we are embarking on a new segment. Not really a new segment, but a...
No, we're just leaning into feral trash night with some
Consistency.
Yeah.
And that is going to be watching the OC.
OC recap.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the OC. Should we give some like background on the OC? I feel like everyone knows what it is.
Well,
but like
I've never seen it. So I did not watch it when it initially came out. I have been watching it as of now.
yeah, early 2000s teen soap opera. I feel like this was like the pinnacle of like teen TV. Like
Yeah.
it was like the show at the time.
Yep.
So we are going to be watching a couple episodes a week. We are going to be recapping those episodes and giving our thoughts and feelings on them, which will be strong and aggressive and loud.
We're gonna start with 1 and 2.
Yeah, that feels right. So the
Yeah.
pilot, we all watched the first episode and the second episode of season 1. I loved this show. We talked about this. Like Blaze and I were enthusiasts of the show at the time. And like the way I loved this show.
Are we ready for the synopsis of episode 1?
Yeah. Kick us off with episode 1.
A troubled teen's, Ryan Atwood, life is forever changed when, upon landing in jail for a crime his brother committed, a public defender, Sandy Cohen, from Orange County, California, decides to take him into his home to live with Sandy's wife. And all
name?
of them. Kirsten Cohen. Oh, sorry. Sandy's wife.
Oh, that's where it ended.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, wait.
Wait. Sorry.
trafficking.
They put the names in. Okay. California decides to take him into his home to live with Sandy's wife, Kirsten Cohen, and their son, Seth Cohen. Ryan forms a bond with Marissa Cooper, an emotionally troubled girl next door with problems in her own family with her mother, Julie Cooper, and her father, Jimmy Cooper.
Boy.
Ryan is introduced to the OC life, but is met with trouble as his behavior gets the best of him.
That's a pretty decent synopsis.
I
summary.
have so many feelings. Like, this man just decides to take this trouble. Like, this is what he does for a living. Like, he's a
Yeah.
public defender, and he talks about how he, like, works with troubled teens quite often. And yet this one, like, what about Ryan was like,
His test scores.
His test scores. He says it like 6 times.
He's like, this one's smart. I'm taking him home with
He's
me.
like, God, all these other kids in here should just rot, but not you.
Yeah,
you did a
you're
good
smart.
job on that ACT. Oh no, not ACT. It was like general test scores because like he was supposed to be a sophomore.
But like, how did he get those test scores?
that's what I was wondering. Where did he get the test scores?
Did he take the test in jail? Like, he wasn't in jail very long.
You can also tell that one of the other reasons he's like bringing this boy home is
'Cause
like
he's white.
Also that, but because his son is like lonely and needs a friend.
I don't think that's a reason. I think it's just,
But like,
I don't think he was like, oh, I'll bring you home for my kid, Seth. Like, I think.
I mean, I don't think it wasn't like, I don't think it was not considered.
Oh, I think he wanted to feel like a hero.
Yeah, I think
like-
it's more that.
Yeah, I think he's like already got like I'm a public defender, which like is like
He does have a hero complex.
yeah, 100%.
I think Seth was just there and it was just like, good.
It's just like an all
He
around.
could justify it that way. That was
Yeah.
which he tries to.
Yeah. He also meets this troubled teen
Marissa.
who's just like hanging out outside of her in her driveway.
The best line that is burned into my brain when she's like, who are you? And he's like, whoever you want me to be.
Who do you want me to be?
I never forgot that. To this day, I'm burned into my brain forever. I'm like that.
Oh my gosh, the grip these two had on me. Like this couple, I was obsessed. I wanted to be Marissa Cooper, not actually, because there are no worse parents. Like,
Yeah.
oh, and Ryan, like I was in love with.
Yeah, and
In
like
love
I
with.
loved her style. I loved her. I mean, it's
The Chanel bag
ridiculous.
she was taking to school every day.
Yeah, the jeans she has on, like in the driveway, they could not be lower. Like if they were lower, they would not be pants. Like it's the funniest thing. It's so early 2000s. I loved it.
It is that is one thing that is I mean, in so many ways, it is like peak early 2000s, but like the low pants on the
Yeah.
girls are crazy to
the
see.
outfits are nuts.
The outfits
I
are
loved it.
insane.
And speaking of outfits, episode 1, she throws a charity fashion show.
That's right.
And again, I was like, wow, like I want to do this. I want to be her.
Yeah, they also
This is
take
great.
this kid that's like literally just out of jail, like probably gonna go into foster care, and like, hey, put a tux on. We're going to this charity fashion show.
And like rejected by his mom, like same day. Right? Isn't that why like he ends up there? Because the mom was like, I don't want to take care of you. You're too much. Or
Yeah,
she like
she-
punches his stepdad or something.
Yeah, they get in a fight, and he calls Sandy, and Sandy picks him up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, his mom's boyfriend like beats him up, which is like awful. Like again, as an adult watching it, it's like, oh my God, like this poor like little boy. I mean, he's not a little boy. Like you said, he's like 25.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be like 15.
Yeah, he's supposed
Yeah.
to be a sophomore.
16. Like that's crazy.
And then he gets beat up by Marissa's boyfriend at a like beach party.
As
the
does
after
Seth.
party of
Yeah.
the
Fashion show.
Yeah.
This is like the craziest thing about Sandy though, because like I remember like so they get drunk and beat up and then don't come home until super late. So like
Yeah.
Kirsten sees them and
Battered
they're like
and bruised.
battered and bruised in their tuxes, hung over, and like Sandy's coming home from surfing and she's like, do you know like what they've been doing? And he's just like, oh, chill out. Like you remember in college how fun you used to be? Like you were so fun. Like, and she's like, our son is like hungover, probably still drunk, has been beaten up, and was out all night with this stranger that you brought home from jail. And he's like, at least he's out.
Right, at least he has a
Chill
life.
out. Yeah, lighten up. Be more chill like you used to be in college. Like she's making excellent points.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I would be mad. You don't know this kid.
Yeah. And then Marissa gets like super shit faced at this party. And one of the things that was interesting, Summer, who was played by Rachel Bilson, at this point is not like a
cast member.
cast member. She's like a special guest. And she's kind of a bitch.
They make her like really one-dimensional and like awful.
You can tell they did not plan to have her be like part of the storyline, I think. Or at least they hadn't like thought about it as much as they
No.
Yeah.
Because
it gets
like,
better.
And yeah, you can't you can't have four, like there's the two boys. So like back then, like for TV, you needed like two girls, you know? Like you can't, and it was obviously going to be Summer, so you can't have her be just like a total monster. She has to be like somewhat redeemable. And she
Yeah, but that's
She gets
interesting
there,
that
but-
she wasn't like a character though, because like immediately, like the first thing Seth talks about is like Summer. So
yeah.
like,
yeah, he's obsessed with her.
yeah, in a scary way.
So then Marissa gets drunk, and then the girls, one of them being Summer, like drop her in her driveway shit-faced
Yeah.
just like in the road.
in the
They
road.
can't like find her keys as their excuse. So I think they put her
She's like on the
her front
doorstep.
porch. They put her like on the porch.
Still.
No, I'm not justifying it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that's how like Ryan saw her.
Yeah, and then he like carries her
The grip that had on me.
Yep.
to like a whatever song that was popular back then.
Every song is just.
The
Great
soundtrack
music.
is really good. I will say I really like the music.
And that's really where episode 1 ends.
Yeah, well, and like at this point, Ryan is just like staying with them until he can be put into foster care. So then we get to episode 2. So now I'll read the synopsis. Ryan decides to run away before he can be placed into foster care. Marissa and Seth convince Ryan not to leave Newport and hide him in one of Kirsten's vacant model homes. Yeah, Kirsten's like a big developer. When Luke, Marissa's boyfriend, who she's also been with since she was like,
Oh yeah, they said they're like, you've been together since like 3rd grade or something. It's
yeah,
like,
it was
Ew.
very icky and very weird.
yeah.
Yeah, and he like honks to get her to get in the car earlier.
Babe, get in the car.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
When Luke confronts Ryan about his interactions with Marissa, their fights end up setting the model home on fire, getting them both arrested. Meanwhile, Jimmy discusses his recent financial woes with Kirsten, and she offers a solution.
Oof.
So that whole storyline, so Kirsten and
We need
Jimmy,
to talk about what a fucking loser Jimmy
Oh my
Cooper
God.
is.
so like he has lost, I don't think we know this quite yet, but like there's like the SEC is like breathing down his neck.
We're
and
not
he-
giving anything away though. Like it's like a Bernie Madoff situation, but
Yeah,
like
he's
not
like a
as big
crook.
scale. Yeah.
And like he asked Kirsten, who is his high school girlfriend, by the way, which they live next door to each other. Very weird.
he like moved next door to her. I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like.
very strange. And like he asks her for a like $100,000, and she's like, "Okay, of course, like no problem."
Doesn't really ask any questions.
No.
Knows he's in trouble, but it's like, I can help you. Because they're like weirdly attached still.
Also, like, there's no context. He's just like, I just, you know, the market was, like, the market was not that. This is like
My wife and children are just like really expensive to deal with.
Well, yeah, and also this is like 2002 or 3, like, so we had just gone to war, so like,
Yeah.
the market was not, you know, tanking. Like this wasn't like 2009. Like he's
Yeah.
just clearly bad at his job, and but she
Right.
asks no questions.
No.
He's like, you know, the market and like whatever, and she's just like, okay.
Well, and like this whole like scheme to keep him in this model home, like it's been like a day.
Again, that's like such a teenage decision though. Like that, I
yeah.
could see us like coming to such a conclusion
Oh.
at that age. Like,
Yeah,
oh, you'll
he didn't
stay in
have
the
a
model
home.
home. Like
He didn't have one, and they had one,
An empty one.
an empty one, that they found a million candles to put in there for
Oh.
Ryan.
Yeah, they were like, why don't we light a gazillion candles in this
Yeah.
big open
Tinderbox.
tinderbox?
Yeah.
Obviously there's no like, I mean, there weren't like smoke detectors or anything. It wasn't even like
No,
fully
there's no
built.
electricity.
Yeah, like-
No, it was a poor idea. So I think what happens is there's another party, and Marissa leaves the party to go like convince Ryan not to like run away for real.
It was just like a house party, right? Like
Yeah, it's just like it was at Summer's house, I think.
It was her birthday, wasn't it? It
Yeah,
was Summer's birthday.
that sounds right.
Yeah, it doesn't
It
matter.
was someone's birthday.
It does not matter.
No.
And like
And then he catches her there with him, and then
she's like confessing. She's like, "Don't go." Like
We're from different worlds. Oh, the way that like the grip that had on me. I remember like again watching me like, oh my god, like that was so emotional to me. I was like, but together. Like
I just
I watching it now as an adult, like I still can like feel that way. Like
no, it's a nostalgia feeling. You're
Yeah.
like, you still like, you're like, oh, yeah, like, and you know it's stupid, but
yeah.
you still love it.
I'm like, you were meant to be.
but he like they don't know each like I know, but like
But again, teens, like imagine how like emotional, like
but she has a boyfriend of like 12 years or
They're
some
meant to be.
bullshit. Yeah.
she was bored of him, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Well, I think they allude to him like kind of being a schmuck.
I mean, he
Oh, yeah,
beat up
he's, like,
people
cheating
in
on
both
her.
episodes.
No, but I think they allude to him cheating on her in this episode.
okay.
Yeah, he's
There's,
like
like,
with another girl on the beach or something.
Yeah.
Oh, at the party. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like him and his boys go to like beat up Ryan at the
Once
model
again.
home. Yeah, and set it on fire.
They knocked
And
the gazillion candles over.
yeah, it's nuts. And Ryan's like insistent to Luke, like, no, like there's nothing going on. Because there isn't anything going on in reality.
No, but like
Just their intensity.
Smoldering.
Yeah, their
intense
eyes.
teen feelings.
Intense teen feelings, icky.
I mean, that's literally what it is. They like you said, like they don't know each other. Like
Yeah.
they don't.
It's been 2 days.
Yeah, it's been 48 hours, maybe, maybe a
Maybe.
full 48.
Maybe.
Well, I
forget
forgot
that.
to mention is they get him like a tent and like set up like this
That's
camp, and Marissa's like,
She wanted to stay, and he like kicked her out because he was like, "No, like I can't. It'll be too hard. Like if you stay here."
it's so dumb.
So she's like trying to stay the night with like
Her not
Luke's
boyfriend.
reaction is disproportionate, and he's a douchebag. But like, I kind of understand why he'd be upset if you found out that your significant other was like begging another guy to like sleep in
In a
his
tent.
tent while lying to your boyfriend about where you are. Like, I kind of get it. Like, again, he's not a hero, and
No.
whatever. Like, who cares? But like, I understand why he's having big feelings too.
And you know what teens with big feelings do? Boys, they
act
beat each
out.
other up.
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan gets beat up like a lot in the first season, I believe.
Yeah, quite a bit.
A lot of fighting.
fights. Yeah, a lot
Mostly
of fights.
induced by Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I want to say, like, again, another 2000s piece of it is, like, Marissa being, like, not like other girls. Because, like, they get in the car and
yeah.
she's like, I really like punk music. And Seth Cohen's like, well, Avril Lavigne doesn't count. It's like, shut up. No wonder you don't have friends. Like, you're so rude. Like,
Yeah.
and then she's like, well, what about the Sex Pistols? Like, and like, lists all these, like, British punk bands. And it's like, all right, we get it. You're not like other girls. And then Seth's like, ugh, I listen to the same music as Marissa Cooper. Like, I should kill myself. It's like, again, no wonder you don't have friends. You're a dick. Like,
They
Yeah,
also get, I'm just reading, they get in another fight as well. So, like,
Two
They
fights
do.
in this episode?
yeah, like Luke and Seth and Ryan get in a fight in the diner.
oh,
Or not
yeah.
the diner, but like in a restaurant.
Yeah, yeah,
Again,
yeah. It's like at the pier or
At
whatever.
the pier, yeah. And then, so this is exactly what happens.
Oh, wait, because he's like, you know what I like about rich kids? Nothing.
Yeah. So this is it. Ryan is lighting candles in the model home and packing up his things when Marissa walks in.
The summer.
Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley is playing,
Oh.
and Marissa says how it reminds her of Ryan. Marissa says how she doesn't know why she is there, but that she wanted to see him. Marissa suggests that she could spend the night
That's
with
what,
him.
yes.
Just to hang
Oh.
out. And Ryan says no, because he doesn't think he could leave if she did.
That's right.
I knew you were right. I was questioning myself.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
also seen this episode, I don't even know how many times. Too many.
Yeah.
So Marissa runs out, Luke sees her, and then beats the shit out of Ryan and lights the house on fire. And that's the end of the episode.
And then they get arrested.
And they get arrested. So episode 3, which we will talk, and 3 and 4, we'll get into 3 and 4 in our next episode, in fact.
Yeah. So watch along with us and follow along if you
Yeah,
want.
watch me watch the OC for the first time, essentially.
I'm excited for you. This is huge.
I have really come to enjoy it. So stay tuned, folks. We are going to get into the OC.
So really quick, and like, look, we are whole ass adults now, so this question is like kind of inappropriate. But like, as youths, like, you were like a Seth girl or like a Ryan girl. You know what I mean? Where are you falling on this?
Obviously, Ryan.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan is, again, he's a 25-year-old man. And yeah, it's Ryan. It's Ryan all the way.
Yeah. I will say, like, I feel like season 2, they really make Seth and Summer, like, you root
I
for
don't
them.
have an
yeah.
issue with Seth. I don't think, like,
Oh my gosh. We'll talk about it. Sorry.
yeah. But I just, like, I don't know why. Seth's like a loser with no friends in the first season, and like it makes sense why, but yeah.
And he should be, because like his grandfather is like the richest person in Orange County.
Yeah,
Like,
why doesn't he
should
have friends?
Why doesn't he have fake friends?
He's-
He's so annoying.
Well, yeah, and,
and
like,
rude.
Yeah, rude. Like, kind of a bully. Like, he's being so mean to Marissa. Like,
Yeah.
when she's helping him.
Being so nice to him.
Yeah, like, they have a mutual friend. She's driving them around. Like, again, she really likes his, like, new BFF. And he's still mean to her.
For no reason. at
Yeah.
all.
But anyway, I'm
yeah,
so
Gotta
excited.
wrap up, ladies.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We're
We'll have
excited.
more to say for sure.
Yeah, and then for Feral Trash Night, we'll be watching the OC most of the time. And then this week, we'll also be going to Chili's for giant mozzarella sticks.
Yes, yeah.
So stay tuned for some content and some...
The content's coming, for better or for worse.
More
Yeah.
butt content. No, just kidding.
No.
Oh, no.
Only for y'all. My butt works fine.
Same.
That's not
Everything is
true.
fine.
That's not true.
That's not true. I'm a liar.
Or, yeah, I'm the only one where everything seems to be working fine in that department. Knock on wood. Oh my god.
That is a crazy thing to say.
That's not true.
Yes,
What?
it is.
You got sick from one single mozzarella stick.
That was a long time ago.
I know it'll happen again if we gave you
if
mozzarella
if I eat this like deep fried brick of cheese from Chili's, you know, I'm sure I will. I'm
That's
bringing
right.
Tums. I'm bringing Tums. I have to.
I have a value pack of Costco size this big of Tums.
Great.
Yeah.
Bring it with you. I'm
Perfect.
gonna
I
need the
have
whole
two.
bottle.
All right, ladies.
We wrapping up?
Blaze, take it away.
I feel lucid today. Here I go. I can do this fast.
There she
So
goes.
that's our show. My nerd tech kicked on. I'm feeling better. You can find us at Something Feral Pod. I jinxed myself.
You're thinking too
You
hard.
can do it.
Something Feral Pod at Gmail and on TikTok. We are Something Feral FTN on Instagram. We're also on YouTube now, and we have video on Spotify. Email us your shit, your shitty stories, your butt stories, your whatever.
Your opinions on the OC.
That
Yes.
too. Do you want
Yeah.
us to talk about it more? Let us know. Do you want us to shut the fuck up about it?
We won't.
Don't let us know. We don't care.
Yeah, we won't be taking that kind of feedback.
Right.
Yeah. I'll have to get feral. See you next week.